Hi, everyone. Hope you had a great break. My name is Daniel. I'm from HL7 International, and it's my pleasure to introduce Mikael. He'll be speaking about Finnish FHIR implementation guide for scheduling, and so I'll leave it to Mikael.
And thank you for being here. This is me, so founder of SensorTrend. That's a health tech company working on diabetes. We have apps for diabetes, remote monitoring and care plans. And I've also had the grandiose title of FHIR Ambassador of HL7 Finland for 5 years now, and I'm stepping down from that position in this month. And I've also been the main editor of 3 of the IGs that HL7 Finland has been publishing recently. And I'm going to introduce the latest one today, the one on scheduling. And I'm going to talk about the IG itself a bit, and then also have some background story of how that came to be. So we originally had 2 IGs for scheduling published by HL7 Finland. First one was published in 2020, and that kind of took the logical models for scheduling and time booking that we had from the government agency THL. They come up with concepts and logical models, so we modeled that in FHIR in 2020. And then we had a separate IG in 21, and that was more vendor-driven. So when you actually do scheduling and appointment bookings and all of that, how do you actually interact between systems? And that was published in 21. I wasn't involved in either of those. I don't know whether there was a conscious decision to have 2 separate scheduling IGs. And in Finland, we mainly use the kind of Outlook style of scheduling. So if you go to appointment resource in FHIR spec, they say that there are these 2 different mechanisms. One is the traditional hospital style of appointment booking. Hey, I have this problem. I need this amount of time for this kind of specialist and this kind of room, for instance. And then the scheduling system says, okay, March 14th, this time, that's your time. Okay, I can't do that. Can I have a different time? And then you get another additional time, and you need to repeat that until you get a proper time. So that's kind of the old model, whereas this Outlook model is basically, hey, we expose all of the times, and you're free to pick from them. So similar as at least in Finland, if you go to get your haircut or massage or something like that, you usually see the whole calendar of the provider, and you can choose your time from there. So that has been used extensively in Finland in many cases. So back to these older IGs, this one is the one that models the logical models in FHIR, published in 2020, and that lives in SimpliFHIR. This one is the other one focused on the interactions. It does have kind of flowcharts and even happy code examples. Okay, how would you do this kind of query for an open slot, for instance? Yeah, the other thing about these differences is that, I'm not sure whether I mentioned later somewhere, but usually this kind of hospital-style scheduling is focused on operations. You post a lot of data, and it's an operation that gives that, whereas with the Outlook style, you have direct access to the FHIR resources, appointment, schedule, slot, and so on, and you work with those. And this is how the more recent IG looks like, and it's on FHIR shorthand and GitHub and IG publisher infrastructure, so moved away from SimpliFHIR for this, and also all of the other recent FHIR IGs published by HL7 Finland. So we have 2 profiles. The previous ones one had 8, one had 7. So we try to profile less if we don't need to. We still have 19 extensions, and most of those are for the logical models. So that's kind of what we inherited from the first IG that we published. I think that is too much. I don't think we would need all of those, but we didn't have enough manpower and enough consensus to get rid of all of the old extensions. We did get rid of some of the profiles, and we think that's kind of a win. The extensions are still there. We did build 2 concept maps, so mapping the FHIR appointment status to these Finnish logical models. It's not 100% mapping, so we show how to do that. And then we have 19 different example resources here, 12 of which are for the appointment. And we have 19 warnings in the IG still on the QA. And those are mainly missing examples of the 19 extensions. Not all of them have examples, and then there's one patient name missing, so we'll probably fix those still. So some of the background story, we did have a SOAP-based scheduling interface in Finland already in 2006, and that has been used extensively. And now we are moving to FHIR, or actually we're moving to FHIR already in 2016. So the first FHIR scheduling examples are from that era. And then we had these 2 existing guides, and we had quite a few feedback from those implementation guides. For instance, the one with interactions, they originally overwrote the appointment status with the Finnish codes and saying that you need to use the Finnish code there. And initially it worked well when people were writing their own FHIR implementations, but then when people switched to moving FHIR libraries, they found out, hey, this is not the correct way of implementing stuff. So we can't just break the FHIR specification. And also the tooling has evolved a lot, so we learn. And other feedback, so there's Body Healthcare in Finland, for instance, doing care pathways, and they said that they need some additional information to go with the scheduling information. So we know there's an appointment booked, and now it was moved by 1 week. What was the reason for that appointment to be changed? Because they kind of want to keep everything in sync. You need to go to these labs and have these tests before the operation, for instance. And if the labs then change a week later, they need to reorganize everything, and they need some more additional information for that. And also if there's a new appointment during that sequence allocated for the patient, they want to know what is that appointment about. So that was one aim, to get that included into IG. And then of course the logical model keeps evolving. So the modeling work was done in 2020, and there are some additions and modifications to that, so we needed to evolve that into IGs as well. And then the Finnish national healthcare infrastructure that we have, Kanta, they start now to accept also appointment information. Previously it was mainly the medical results and all of that, but now we can show also the scheduling information in the national centralized repository. So they needed to work on that. And in addition to all of this, we found that, hey, we now have experience on FHIR and GitHub, and we like shorthand and GitHub, and we like that workflow more. So that was one additional reason to work on this scheduling IG. So we needed to do a proper rework, and it didn't go all that well. So at that time, 2 years ago, we were still working on the base profiles, and the publication of the base profiles took time. So we had hard time switching over to this new initiative. So the government institutions, agencies working on this Kanta system, they decided that we won't wait, we'll start our own project. And then the vendors were disappointed because, okay, if we can't make this a coherent effort, then we need to participate in different activities. So the enthusiasm that initially was there kind of was watered down. And I'm also disappointed that now we have different IGs. We have the IG published by HL7 Finland, and then the government agencies publish a separate, you might call it a core IG, but it's only for getting the kind of document of the scheduling into the national portal. And it's published in Finnish, or actually mixed language. So when you publish on FHIR IG, all of the skeleton is in English, and most of the content is in English, but whatever they wrote there was in Finnish. So it's now in mixed language, hard to translate. And yes, we didn't get any new functionality included into this new IG. So what we ended up doing was actually stripping off content, so the extra profiles that we thought were no longer necessary. And some of the happy examples, for instance, we didn't feel that we want to maintain that and check that that's always up to date with the latest version of the libraries and so on. And now we have some duplicate definitions, so the Kanta IG has some and we have some on the HL7 Finland IG. And current status, so when we were working on this, we noticed that some of the extensions originally in the scheduling IG were usable in other realms as well, so we took those extensions away from the scheduling IG, put them into the base profiles. And at the same time, we got feedback that the IPA, International Patient Access related profiles that we had in base profiles were not applicable there. So we switched those to our smart implementation guide IG that we have. So we did a bit of this restructuring. And now we have 3 IGs as a result in ballot phase right now. And the ballot is open until Friday next week, I think. And now we have an empty backlog in HL7 Finland, so we don't know what we'll work on next. If you have ideas, feel free to tell them. This is my contact information. I am here. I'm on Zulip. You can reach me through email. I'm also at the bi-weekly IPA calls and monthly Nordics and FHIR calls and some of the HL7 Europe activities. Questions, comments?
So we do have some time for questions. Oh.
You mentioned that you have 2 profiles, appointment and healthcare service.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you said that you have Outlook style appointment view. But do you have also slots or ability to book time in some patient portal or something like that?
Excellent question. So yes, the original IG for scheduling wanted to profile slots and schedule and so on. But when we took a later look at that, we didn't feel that there's anything that we actually need to profile nationally regarding slot or schedule. And we feel that, hey, it's good enough what the FHIR base specification has for those. There's no profiling need. But yes, when you actually do the scheduling, slot resource and schedule resource are there. So you need to search for a slot in a schedule and then make the appointment based on that. It's just that we didn't feel that it's applicable to profile those. Does that answer the question? We are using the resource, we are not profiling.
Just then to follow up on that question, how do you provide guidance then for the slot and the other base FHIR resources on which fields that system should be using?
Excellent question, and answer is poorly. So the previous IG was a bit better in that regard. So it had examples and code examples. If you're using Happy Library, here's actually how you code example, but those examples were limited. And this IG that we have currently, the thinking is that this is kind of the coherent set of profiles for HL7 Finland or Finnish use. And then we have different actual API descriptions by systems that actually provide the scheduling interface. So it's more the vendors then they utilize these resources and they explain better, okay, this is how you actually use this. And the original idea was that if we get vendors more involved, then we would have kind of taken a wide look at this is all of the common functionalities in different vendor-specific IGs, and this is something that we could bring to the Finnish national IG. But when the enthusiasm was watered down, as I explained, when vendors weren't present so much, so we weren't able to do that. So the answer is poorly. But it's a good question, and that's definitely the ambition. We wanted to have that. Yeah, but now we don't. Any other questions?
Well, if you do have a question for Mikael, you can always contact him on the Whova app. But also make sure to give feedback for this particular session so the FHIR folks know what a great job Mikael did. And I just want to give him another round of applause for such an excellent talk.
Thank you.